Hello, Sudoku friends, and welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku Puzzle. Today is December 9, 2023, and let's just get started, shall we? We have the typical New York Times style here. The 2, 4, 5, and a 6 must go into these squares here. 2, 4, 5, and a 6. Let's see if we can place any of them. 6 must go here. Here, 2 must go. No, we can't really. 4 and 6. 6, 4. No, I don't think we can. But we have a 1 and a 9 here, so it's clear that these squares here must be a 3 and an 8. And since the 8 blocks over, we can place the 3 here and the 8 here. And therefore, these must be a 1 and a 9. Speaking about ones, we have a 1 blocking down here. We have a 1 blocking across here and across here. So this must be a 1. We have this 3 blocking up, and we have this 3 blocking up and this 3 blocking across. So the 3 must go here. Now we have these two 3s blocking across here, and we have these 3s blocking up here. So another 3 goes here. 2 more 3s to be found. They must go here or here and here or here. But it's too early to tell. We also have a nice little pattern of 8 and a 5 blocking here, here, and here, and an 8 and a 5 blocking here. So these two squares have got to be an 8 and a 5. And I think we can tell which one it's going to be, because this 8 blocks across here, this 8 blocks up here. Therefore, one of these is an 8 blocking this square. So we can enter a 5 here and an 8 here, like so. So here we now need 2, 4, and a 9, the 4 blocks over, so the 4 goes here. And a 2 and a 9 for these two positions. Therefore, a 3, 5, and a 7 across here. 5, 3, we know here or here. 7, we don't really know much about the 7s. But I think we'll find out soon enough. These two 8s block these 3 squares, and these two 8s block these 2 squares. So an 8 goes up here. We need a 4 and a 6 for 2 of these squares, because the 4 and the 6 block here. Unfortunately, I can't tell just yet which one it's going to be. We also need a 1 and a 9 for the top row. But we can enter a 6 in this square because the 6 blocks across and this blocks up. So here's a 6. And a 2, 7, 9 now for these 3 squares. 2, 7, 7 here, or here, 2 here, here, 9 in any of these 3 squares. That's no good. We got good looking 4 and 6 and 4 and 6 here. So a 4 and a 6 go in 2 of these 3 positions. Apart from the 4 and 6, we also need a 2, 7, 8, 9 across this row here. There's a 9, 8, and a 7 here. So I think we can safely say that a 2, 6, and 4 go in these 3 squares. And if that is true, then these must be a 7, 8, 9. And I think we can rule out that logic, if it is a logic at all, because If these are 2 and 5, and we know that a 2 must go here blocking across, then this would be a 2. And we can't have a 2 here because of this 2 blocking. So something is clearly wrong with this logic. It's a good idea to give things a little stress test before we fluke ourselves into finding a number. So that little piece of revelation shows me that if this can't be a 2 and we have a 2 blocking here, this must be a 2, and therefore there was no way that this could have been a 2 anyway. And we have reduced the number of unknowns in this row 5 to a 9 and a 5. Furthermore, since we found this 2, we know it can't be a 5. We have this 5 blocking across and this 5 blocking down. So it's clear that one of these must be a 5. This ghost 5 blocks down. This 5 blocks down, this 5 blocks across, so here's a 5. So we were looking for a 2, 4, 5, and a 6 down here. We got the 2 and a 5, and now we're looking for a 4 and a 6, and they must go in these 2 empty squares. We can do a little counting trick for column 2. We need to find a 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 to complete column 2. There's a 2, 5, 7, 8, all staring at this square here, so it must be a 4. Now we just need to find a 2, 5, 7, 8. 5, 8 block here, so this is a 2, 7. And I think that's all we know. 5 blocks across and across, 5 goes here or here. So we're going to need a 5 either here or here to complete column 1 at some stage. I think there is something weird going on in block 9. We got a 6 and a 9 blocking here. So this is a 4, a 7. We got a 4 and a 9 blocking here. So this is a 6 or a 7. So we do have a 4, 6 and a 7 in these 2 squares. And now we add this square. This is a 4, a 6. Yes, we have a 4, 6 and a 7 in these squares here. These are 4 and 6. Agree? This here is blocked by a 6 and a 9, so it's got to be a 4, 7. And this is blocked by a 9 and a 4, so this is a 6 or a 7. And that leaves us 4 empty squares here in the corner to try to figure out. One thing we know for sure is that one of these is an 8, because we have an 8 blocking across and we have 2 8s blocking down. We also know that one of these must be a 2, because we have got this a 2 blocking down and this 2 blocking over, and this is a 4, 6. We know that one of these is a 3, because we've got 3s blocking across. So we can't really place anything else, but we might want to remember or try to remember the 4, 6 and a 7 here. And there is another good reason for that, because when these are 4, 6, and 7, you see how one of these must be a 7? And that prevents a 7 from going anywhere in these 2 squares, especially this square here. So this can't be a 7. We also have a 7 blocking here. This also can't be a 7. So the 7 must go in this square here. And these now must be a 2, 9 pair. The 2 blocks over. So this is a 9, and this is a 2, and this is a 9. Now this 9 blocks up, and we have a 9 here. And we have a 2 and a 4 here. The 4 blocks over, so here's a 2 and here's a 4. Here, 7 and 1. And here, 2, 6 and a 4. 2, 6 and a 4, 2. We had 4, 6 here. 2, 6 or 4, 4, 6. I don't quite know what to do with that at this time. But we should be considerably closer to the finishing line now, because the 9 blocks over giving me a 1 here and a 9 here. And these now must be a 1 and a 6. The 1 blocks up, so 6 goes here and the 1 here. And these two have got to be a 5 and a 2. 2 blocks up, so 5 here, 2 here, right? 2 blocks down and up and across, a 2 goes here. 5 blocks across and down, 5 goes here. Now we know that this is a 9 and this is a 5, of course. 9 blocks up, 9 here. And here is 7. And therefore a 7 here. And therefore an 8 here. Things are looking very good now. Here we need a 5. And here a 7 and a 4. They will have to wait. Here we need a 8 and a 6. Also not yet possible. So let's move elsewhere. What are these? There are 7 and a 3. And these are 4, 6, and a 9. We know this is a 4, 6. We know the 9 blocks here, so the 9 must go here. We know the 6 blocks down. Here's therefore a 4, and here is a 6, right? That gives me a 4 here. And we also needed a 4 for one of these squares. Now the 4 has got to go in the corner, and this must be the 7. Which blocks across? The 7 blocks down. Here's a 7. And here, therefore, a 1. This 1 blocks across. This 1 blocks across. This 1 blocks down. Here's a 1. And 7, 7 here or here. Also 3 and 7 here. Come on, quickly now. Must be possible. Yes, 2 blocks down. 2 blocks over. 2 here. Therefore, a 2 here. This can't be a 4 anymore. It must be a 6. And this must be the 4. Therefore, we have a 6 here. And an 8 here. And an 8 in the corner. This must be a 3. Therefore, we have a 3 here and a 7 here and here. And here must be a 6. Very interesting puzzle today by the New York Times. I honestly don't know what would have happened or how I would have solved it without finding the 4, 7, and 6 triple here. But once you see them, you can't unsee them, and the rest of the puzzle just kind of unfolded. And here we are. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.